In the last video, we created a menu system to select items, but that made our program a little bit longer. So let's look at how we can use functions to break down longer programs into chunks. And so one of the things we see that we can put, or is a good candidate to put into a function, is things that repeat. So we see, before the loop, we print this menu to see whether or not we want to get into the loop to begin with, or select the first item, and then we have that a repeat at the end of the loop. So that is a good candidate, and so we'll just define our function as print menu, and then for the definition of that, we'll just take all the print statements from here. We will cut those from there, go up here, and we'll paste those in and indent all of these. Okay, and then down here we'll just simply call the print menu, and we'll also go down to here where it's repeated, and we'll do the same thing, just call print menu. And that kind of shortens the logic of this part of the program, where we can look at it and just break it down into a block and say print menu. If we need to know the details of that, we can go up to the top where that's defined. But otherwise, it breaks a bigger program down into chunks where we can look at it a little bit more logically. So the way this is going to work is this is going to be defined here. So the function definition has to be indented. Python will recognize that the main program starts after any functions are defined at the top. So it will begin execution here when we run this. So let's test this out and see that it still operates the same functionality as before. And we'll go in and let's go ahead and select the first one. It repeats the menu. We're inside the loop. So we can select a few of these and then 0 to exit. And so you can see same functionality, but we've broken this up a little bit more. We can also be more formal and define our main function. And then we'll need to indent all of this. Okay, so everything is indented within the main function. Now Python has no place to start, so at the end of this we will actually need to call main. So we can do that this way and just say main and run that, and it will run the same way as before. And if there was ever a chance that we were going to import this Python file into another Python program, we might need to put an if statement in here. Something like this to say, well, if we're actually running this as a script, run the main. If you're otherwise, you might be importing it into another Python script. You don't want that to run. So you may see this in Python in a few places. And essentially we're saying, if you're running this as a script, run main. Otherwise, if somebody else is importing this, don't run it. And so just to test that out, make sure we typed it in right, that still works. And let's go ahead and save this. So we'll do a save as. Let's just call that store function menu. So we can also change this up so we have a function that returns a value. So we could include the choice selection in here. So we'll just copy this line and we'll add that to our definition here. and then we'll say choice is that, and then we'll return choice. And now our function will return a value, so we can replace these lines as we'll call print menu, and it will return a value for choice. We'll do the same thing down here. Get rid of that. Move that there. And so now we've included the choice in here. So let's run that. And operates the same way, but now it's actually grabbing the value here and returning that choice.